You are now listening to The Box Out with Kahlil Thomas and Jason Corden on the One Podcast Network. Let's get it.
From NJ to BK and the world, it's The Box Out here in the One Podcast Network. My name is Kahlil Thomas. Joining me in a few minutes will be Jason Corden from Brooklyn, New York. And we did it. I got to play it. Got to put my joint. Hold on, I got to turn it up. Turn it up. We did it. We did it. We did it. The Knicks. I'm biased as hell. I'm sorry. I'm going to be that guy. We made it. We did it. We did it. The Knicks take down the Cavs 4-0. Another sweep for the Knicks. They make it to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999. 27-year drought from the NBA Finals for the New York Knicks. And, you know, we talked about it on our post-game show we did last week. How can they keep this going? Right? Can they keep it moving? You know, after game 3 against the Hawks, you know, should Mike Brown be fired? Was Mikal Bridges to trade a terrible move? Is Jalen Brunson that guy to lead them to the promised land? There were so many questions about the Knicks after going down 2-1 to Atlanta. And then since that, it's been just this. I don't know how to explain. Like, as a longtime Knicks fan, it's hard to explain what we're seeing because we've never seen this. I've never seen it. Now, I don't know about the old heads from, you know, the 60s and the 70s when they won the championships and, you know, with the Walt Fraziers and Earl Monroes and Bill Bradleys and Dave Bushers. And I don't know it was like this for them back in the day. I know as a Knicks fan, born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, going through, you know, the Bulls and Jordan just disappointing every year. Going through the 94 finals where John Starks just shit the bed completely and didn't hit a shot for, you know, 0 for 100 and 1,800 shots. Getting back in 99, knowing that we were not the better team against the Spurs in 99 in a lockout shortened season, if I may add. That was a short season. But having that team of Sprewell and Houston and LJ and Camby, but still knowing we were 8th seed in the East and we're going against Tim Duncan and David Robinson and almost assuming that we would actually lose the series. As a Knicks fan, we knew, yeah, we got there, but, you know, that's about it. That's what we're going to do. This feels different. This feels like a different feeling that I felt in those 90s teams, in that 99 team. I haven't felt this way ever. I think about the Knicks team. You know, in 94, there was always not enough, a lot of defense, not enough offense. In 99, you're like, we kind of, you know, we scrape by the East. I don't know. You know, the 2 years Jordan was out of basketball, we should have made it to the finals each of those 2 years. We got there in 94, didn't get there in 95. 95 was Houston repeating against Orlando. But seeing what we're seeing here, and not just seeing it, but then going back, like, let's say a month, going down 2-1 against Atlanta, you're already like, this is not good. Like, so think about where we were after game 3 against Atlanta and where we are today at this very moment where the Knicks, they're off till next Wednesday. The NBA Finals do not start until next Wednesday. So they're off. They're waiting for their opponent, which is a situation that you would never think the Knicks would be in ever. Just be sitting at home, just like, all right, we're just going to chill out and hang out, see what happens. They're hitting every basket. It seems like everything they do is working. And yes, it was Cleveland. I'm not going to sit here and say they beat like the best team ever in Cleveland Cavaliers, but you know, they did knock out Detroit. You know, Detroit's kind of fugazi. They did that. So we're at this really weird point of, could they do it? Right? Could they actually win the championship? And I know people still like, oh, they're the underdog. You know, the West, whoever comes out the West, they're going to win it all. Whoever comes out the Western Conference, it's going to be OKC, it's going to be San Antonio, whoever gets there is going to bump that. I think the Knicks are a legitimate threat to win the NBA championship. And I can finally say that. I've been holding this back for weeks. And to say that felt good to get out. Oh my God, I've been really holding that back. I did not want to say it. And I was trying not to jinx anything. I was trying not to, you know, as a Knicks fan, we're just born to not mess it up. But I feel like I can say it. We could win the NBA championship this year. So we can assume that the Western Conference Finals they're going to go 7. It's going to be a 7-game series. There's going to be a war of attrition. They're going to beat each other up. You already see injuries. You got De'Aaron Fox out there on a half an ankle. You know, Dylan Harper's not feeling great. On the other side, Jalen Williams' hamstring again. A lot of bumps and bruises right now. But I think the Knicks could win a championship. Because I'm bringing Jason Courtner. Jay, what's up, bro?
Nothing much, man. All these years we doing the show, we're going to the finals. Look at that. Long time coming.
Listen, I'm hyped. I'm hyped. Let's get it. I'm ready to go. So we've been doing this show, I would say almost 10 years. We're in that.
10 years, wow.
Have you ever been this excited for a podcast?
Listen, I'm not even worried about the Liberties on a 3-game losing streak. The Mets haven't won, God knows, since maybe a week ago. I'll trade all of that in for a Knicks championship. And here we are on the cusp of the NBA Finals.
We're getting to the Liberty later because there's a whole lot of issues going on with the Liberty. We'll get to them a little bit later.
But it's okay. We're not worried about them right now.
It's okay. It's okay. So game 4, 130-93. Knicks win by 37 points in a game that was over, midway through the third quarter?
I was going to say midway through the second quarter. It was over. They took the souls. They took their souls.
No, because Cleveland kind of made that run towards the back end of the second quarter and cut it down to like 15.
True.
I was like, oh,
True.
shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, did we blow our load already? And then Cleveland came out, hit a couple shots, and Donovan Mitchell hit a couple threes in the third quarter, and then Knicks was like, all right, enough. And they shut it down. Not one 20-point scorer for the Knicks. You had 17 for OG, 19 for Cat, 15 for Bridges, 15 for Brunson, 11 for McBride, 16 for Shaman, who continued shooting well, 11 to 12 in the series, 4-4 last night. Rebounding edge with the Knicks. The fact that they were beating Cleveland up and down the court is crazy. As soon as they got a rebound, the Knicks were automatically looking at outlet passes. How demoralizing, and I think they asked the question, I'm not sure who they asked the question to, but someone asked the question, how demoralizing was game 1 to Cleveland? Do you think Cleveland knew we gave them our best shot and we blew that game, the series is probably over?
Yeah, I think, even in the presser, I want to say Donovan Mitchell mentioned game 1, game 3, and definitely game 4. After the press conference, he did mention game 1. So I feel like they really shot their load and completely, after that meltdown, they just never got the composure back.
So before game 4, I want to bring this up because obviously Kenny Atkinson was a coach that we wanted. We love Kenny Atkinson.
We love Nets coach. Love him.
He got jettisoned out of Brooklyn by Kyrie. One of the guys you talked about when Tibbs got let go, or I think before even Tibbs got the job. Look at Kenny. Down 3-0 before last night's game. Here's what Kenny Atkinson said on Sunday. Analytically, we are 2 of 3 in the expected score. We've won 2 of the 3. If you believe in process, all that, take that layer. Us shooting way below expected, them shooting way over. No one wants to hear that. General public doesn't want to hear it. Everyone is outcome based, so sure, I get that too. What the fuck does that mean?
I wish I heard that before game 4. I would have put everything on FanDuel and took the Knicks in the over.
Like, Analytically, Bruce, there you go. Analytically, Game 5 is tomorrow.
pretty much.
Like, I know we're going to the Knicks in a second. I know they already announced that he's coming back next year, Kenny.
As he should. I don't think he should come back, but he's on a very short leash.
How stupid was that statement? How stupid? Like, what are you trying to? Well, as a coach, if you were Kenny Atkinson, what were you trying to get through? Whether it be to the team, the fans, what was the point of making that statement? I'm still trying to figure that out.
I think he was trying to I think his whole statement was trying to defer the fact that Harden had a miserable series. Mobley had a miserable series. He was trying to get the players not to get the heat on the players. And somehow it trickled on him with the timeouts in game 1. Mm-hmm. And in this comment, you kind of forget how bad Harden was the last 2 games.
2 of 8 last night, 0 of 6 from 3, just 12 points. Something we talked about last week, and I think the post game, how the rebounding, is rebounding as important as it used to be. I said that, and now you go back and look at game 4. The Knicks had a 60-33 rebounding edge. It had a plus 27 rebounding edge on the Cavs. That's kind of crazy. I think I take back everything I said about how
I want to say I definitely know normally Mitchell Robinson is battling like 5 people on the boards for a rebound, but you actually saw Cat battling like 3 or 4 as well. So yeah, they definitely dominated him on the glass.
So Josh Hart had 11 rebounds, Cat had 14, Mitch had 10, OG had 7. Obviously in the bench at Ariel Hupati had like 5 in garbage time, but it boggles the mind that you could be out rebounded by 27 rebounds. That's a lot of damn rebounds.
A lot of rebounds.
Which just tells me, did they give up in the third quarter or did they really go up in the beginning of the fourth quarter? What were your thoughts?
I think definitely, like you said, especially after the second quarter, they made that lead. They cut into the lead. They played aggressive in the beginning of the third. I want to say midway through the third is where they was like, shit. I think it was. I personally think they quit after Mikal Bridges hit that 1 foot leaning fadeaway.
Yes.
So I think that was the shot that broke the camel's back. That was it. After that shot, I think they were like, all right, Cancun, here we come.
I'm looking. There was a point, I want to say it was the third quarter or fourth quarter, where Brunson literally just had the ball top of the key, drove around the pick, and there was not one Cleveland Cavalier around him, and he just laid it up.
Yeah.
That was and Rich Jefferson's like, I think they quit the play before that. Forget this play. 20 seconds before that, they quit. That was right there. I was like, I got to find the when that happened. I'm pretty sure it was late third or early fourth. I want to double check that. But that was when I was like, yeah, that's done. It's over now.
I feel so bad for Donovan Mitchell. And it's, ironically, I look back at the Knicks' success and I think back to that Utah Dallas series where the Knicks scouts went out there to game 1 and they caught a hell lot of heat from people like, why are they scouting a playoff game? And ever since then, Donovan Mitchell's been getting his butt kicked by Jalen Brunson.
Hey, you know what's funny? And one of these where Brunson won the MVP. Like game 1, Brunson was phenomenal. Game 2, Brunson was just the Brunson that we know.
All right.
Games 3 and 4, Brunson was quiet, but Brunson kind of went in his bag and knew, I don't got it tonight. Let me facilitate. And that's what made it even better because Brunson, he can score 45 points if he wants to, but Brunson can score 19, drop 15 assists, and just be a leader. And I think that's what makes him the MVP. I think that's what makes him different from others. He's not always looking to score. He's looking to make a play, whether it be for himself, whether it be for someone else. I think that's what's been driving this team because everybody looks at how he's unselfish. And it's contagious. right? Cat's not worried about scoring points. Cat's like, I'm looking for a pass. You know, Josh Hart, that's not his game anyway. Josh is looking to make plays. Bridges is like, I'm going to play defense, and off my defense, I'm going to get some points. OG, same way. I feel like Brunson's kind of brought this team together where the idea that Brunson isn't big enough to lead a team to a championship, I think that bullshit can stop now.
I think we're on past that. We're at the point of no return with that. But I want to say, I'm curious to know what's your thoughts on this. Do you think that Mike Brown had this offensive set? He didn't want to show his hand during the regular season, but definitely when they were down 2-1, was like, all right, it's time.
I think so. I think he saw it towards the end of the season where I think he had to switch.
And I think we did say that too towards the end of the season. They were playing a lot better. That late March, early April, yeah.
Yeah, I think towards the end of the season, I think he might have figured out like, all right, we got to switch something up. And it went back to him saying, you guys got to be a little more unselfish. And you guys it's got to be a team game because Brunson started doing what Brunson used to do with Tibbs.
Right.
6, 7, 8 seconds dribbling the ball, and everyone kind of sitting around watching. Now you're seeing everybody constantly moving. People moving, looking for the shot. The picks are crisp. Everything seems to be really, really good. And they're running, which, once again, I hate harping on this. Tibbs he never let them run. It almost seemed like Tibbs didn't want them to move and just like, just go. Everything's a half-court set. Everything's slow it down. Everything's give the ball to Brunson. Let Brunson dictate what happens. Not, hey, Brunson get the ball and he's looking up court looking for somebody else. I feel like this is the difference in the offense this year.
It's why they lost to the Pacers last year. Had this system been in play last year, who knows?
I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out who I want. Do I want San Antonio or do I want OKC?
I want whoever limps out of this 7-game series.
I want who's ever alive at the end of this now. Bruce said all he sees is the Warriors. Listen, this is the Kings offense. When the Kings were in the playoffs, it was the same idea. When Mike Brown coached the Kings, it was a lot of the same idea. Like De'Aaron Fox was getting his stuff, but De'Aaron Fox was averaging, 25 and 9 for a while. And the same kind of offense that he's running here. I think he had to kind of incorporate it. And you have a team that's just used to running the same sets or running the same things. And I think he came in trying not to rock the boat, and he realized, I got to rock the boat. I got a team full of vets. It's okay. I can tell them, hey, this shit ain't working. They'll understand it.
Right. Yep. That and some lemon pepper wings in Magic City would never hurt.
Listen, the strippers probably went down and say, this is what you're doing. I think Mike might have got a lap dance, and one of the strippers probably had a clipboard. Just draw shit up. I can see that. Which
see that.
In my case, very hot. I would love that. If a chick brought out a whiteboard and started drawing up plays, I'm like, let's go to that champagne room and talk this out. I'm okay with that. Brunson's playoffs got him in the Hall of Fame. Do you agree with this statement that Bruce made?
Not quite yet. He's there. He's almost there.
If he wins a championship, is he in?
Yes.
Okay. Is he officially getting his number retired by the Knicks when he's done?
I don't think he needs a championship for that. I think continuous playoffs.
It's done now.
It's
done
now.
already.
Yeah. Championship is the statue. The championship, he gets the statue.
Yeah. Well, I love how Pat and Clyde gave him the MVP award. I'm like, damn, that's a passing the torch shit.
Passing the torch. Passing the torch.
That hit me right here. I was like, there you go. Just the top 2 Knicks of all time is like, there you go. You win the club now. It's okay.
You're the chosen one. You're the
chosen one.
Yep.
So as we talk about the Knicks in the finals, we still are awaiting their opponent. We have game 5 tonight between the Spurs and the Thunder. They go back to OKC, tied 2-2. And like you said, I think this series is going to go 7. I think both teams just throwing haymakers, and it's going to come down to that game 7 OKC. Jalen Williams is going to be out, hamstring strain now, so it's worse now. It's a strain. De'Aaron Fox is playing, but high ankle sprain is no joke. Harper doesn't look great. Mm-hmm. Do you foresee this? Do you see this going 7, or do you see the team winning tonight, finishing off on Thursday?
I think it's going 7 because even with San Antonio's injuries, if you look at OKC, their two best ball handlers are kind of hurt. So it's just SGH carrying load, kind of like how Detroit when Cunningham. So I think they're a little exposed a little bit here. So I definitely think this is going 7. I think even if the Spurs win tonight, I still think it's going 7.
Yeah, I'm of the mind where, obviously, as a Knicks fan, I want this to go 7. I want this to just drag it out. Just drag it out till Sunday. Sorry, Saturday. I don't know who has the advantage in this series right now. Like, it's hard. It kind of fluctuates. It goes back and forth. I think one game, San Antonio looks great. And the next game, OKC looks really good. What scares me about OKC, I think in this series, and if they advance to the finals as the Knicks, they're just so damn deep where you almost forget that Williams isn't playing because they have so many other players that can't do what he does, but that can kind of step in, and you can have two players kind of doing his job because they can go 12, 13 deep. That's the scary part. OKC. San Antonio is very thin. So when you're missing Fox and you're missing Harper, you got to hope that, Champagny figures it out and pray that Harrison Barnes still got something left in the tank to give you something. And I feel like San Antonio, that's their 1 weak link. They really didn't invest in that next 3, that next 4 that they have.
Well, that's why you kind of, as a Knicks fan, you kind of hope that it is the Spurs because this is probably the weakest they're going to look in the next 4 to 5 years. So you kind of want to run that Dallas playbook for 2011, 2012?
Mm-hmm.
You want to run that playbook. You want to get to the Heat before the Heat take off. So I think this is probably the weakest the Spurs are going to look. But Wemby alone could get them past OKC. But with the difference with the Wemby against the Knicks is the Knicks bigs will bring them out of the paint. And that's going to be problematic for the Spurs.
So SGA said after the loss on Sunday, they punched us in the face early, talking about San Antonio. 2 games in a row, they've come out, all the aggressors. We have to be able to course correct. So they're saying, and I think valid, I think San Antonio's going to come out with their best shot on the road. If OKC can withstand it, they win tonight. The problem is they got to go back to San Antonio. And I thought the San Antonio crowd, is it me or the San Antonio crowd's way louder than OKC's crowd?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm like, OKC crowd seems kind of dead. Like they're excited and hyped up, but I feel like San Antonio is a different level right now.
Which one would you think would be easier for Knicks fans to infiltrate? OKC or San Antonio? I kind of think it's OKC.
OKC.
I don't think they get into San Antonio.
No, I think San Antonio. Well, you heard we're having Fat Joe in Cleveland. That was some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Like so Chalamet's okay, but Fat Joe's not okay. Like, what are we doing here?
Hey man, everybody, them rappers, man, them rappers.
I'm sorry. The road team is going to come represent during the series. You know this. Doesn't matter where you sit. They're going to be there. So just eat it and deal with it. Like the Knicks fans now, more than ever, they got a lot of money. Like Ben Stiller's popping up wherever they playing at, no matter what. So just be prepared to see Ben Stiller sitting courtside somewhere. You can't avoid it. You can't avoid it now.
We have a Kardashian on our side. It's the fandom is at a fever pitch.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Kardashian's on our side. So I know we talked about this when the series started. Are you still sticking with your pick to win this series, or are you switching it up a little bit?
I still think OKC will pull it out. I think they'll still pull it out.
I'm still going with the Spurs.
I mean, I would like the Spurs to win because I think it's a better matchup for the Knicks. But hey, listen, it's the championship rounds now.
The one thing with the Thunder, and it's kind of irritating to me too, 6 of 33 from 3 in Game 4. Is there a certain point, and as Knicks fans, we remember John Starks. Is there a certain point where you go, stop shooting threes, cut it out? If it ain't there, if it's there, take it. If it's wide open, take the shot. If it's not wide open, don't take the damn shot. Are we at that point with the 3-point shooting in the league where everyone's just jacking up threes no matter what? Instead of just saying, if it's there, take it. If it's not there, don't take it.
We should be at that point, but nobody wants to follow that formula. Everyone thinks the formula to win is make the most threes as you can, timely rebounds, and play a little defense, and that's a recipe for a championship, a la the Warriors, a la the Celtics in 2023. So I get the reason why people are doing it.
I get it too, but it's also very freaking annoying.
Yeah,
it's the most annoying thing in the world because I'm like, what are we doing? All right, so we'll see what happens. We'll be back on Sunday. Also, big announcement. I know we talked about this through text. We are going to go live every game of the NBA Finals after every single
drunk
game.
Or sober. Drunk or sober, win
or lose. We're going to be on after every NBA Finals game live. So tune in here to get your. It's going to be a late night. I think the game starts at 8:30 in the finals. So we're going to be here like midnight.
Which is weird. Why the game starting at 8:30 considering the three teams left are pretty much either East or Midwest? Like, what are we doing?
Because they care about the 5:30 West Coast people who aren't even fucking home yet. Let's be honest. They're still on the 495 trying to get home. Like, they're going to make it home by 5:30. But we're going to be live after every NBA Finals game starting next Wednesday with game 1, and we will go there. So, obviously, Bruce is going to be 8 o'clock Wednesday night. We'll be on at whenever the hell the game 1 ends at 11:30, quarter to 12. And we'll talk about it in every single game. Depending on how they play, like Jason said, I might be trashed. So just
think back to those draft nights we did. Frank Ntilikina, Kevin Knox.
Those are rough times. Oh, all right. So moving on to WNBA.
Liberty suck.
I was waiting for you to say something. Third loss in a row. Why can't they beat Portland? What is up with Portland?
I don't get it. You know, I don't get it. Portland's waxing them. Golden State's waxing them.
Well, Golden State, I expect, because I feel like Golden State, still to this day, I think is kind of underrated. Like, obviously, their expansion team last year, no one kind of expected to see what they did. I think Kayla Thornton played extra hard against the Liberty because I think she's still angry that they left her exposed in the expansion draft.
100%.
But it's hilarious how you look at them play, and I'm sitting there watching. I'm like,
I mean,
Sabrina did the same.
Sabrina did just get back. She's going to take time to get herself back together. But yeah, something's off right now.
I mean, I think getting everybody together because Safi Sabli just came back. Obviously, we're talking about basketball here, but I'm not trying to objectify, but she looked really good her first game back, walking the green carpet. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. I'm being honest. She's looking nice. Anyway, you got to get her involved. Rebecca Allen's getting involved. You have all those players that are getting all that playing time before. Now they're sitting back down, and then Sabrina's getting her legs underneath her. So you knew this would be kind of a weird transition spot. But I wasn't expecting 3 losses in a row, like at all. And then you lose 2 of 3 this season to Portland expansion team. Is this something that should alarm fans or just like give them another week and a half, 2 weeks, and they should kind of figure out rotations? Sabrina should be back to normal and everything will be kind of flowing.
I say give it a week or 2 and see if they figure things out. The back-to-backs, the 3 games in 4 nights, because they do have a game tomorrow as well. Mm-hmm. It was a tough stretch for them to be in right now. I think they'll weather the storm and everything will be fine. But right now, they've got to find an identity right now because they're just, looking real bleak.
So they got actually 1, 2, 3, 4 more home games. They have back-to-backs with Phoenix on Wednesday and Friday, and then invite another expansion team in Toronto and former coach Sandy Brondello, who's probably going to whip their ass on purpose. That's for the Commissioner's Cup, and then they have Caitlin Clark coming on June 6th. Also, Commissioner's Cup, so her first visit to Brooklyn this year as well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of worried. I'm a little worried.
It's still enough time in the season where they can weather the storm.
You are very, very positive right now. You're very cute.
Gotta be. Like a championship DNA over there. They'll be all right. Ow.
Bruce said LLL for the 2 Mercury games and the Tempo game.
Damn.
I mean, I think
not a 6-game losing streak here.
I think they split the 2 Phoenix games. I think Toronto beats them. I really think those players are gonna ball out for Sandy in her return to Barclays. I think they definitely lose that game.
We'll see.
Because listen, if we use the Knicks as an example, Mike Brown got fired twice by Dan Gilbert and the Cavs.
That's true.
You don't think he poured that shit on last 2 games? Like,
he definitely did.
Blow their asses out. I know he's
Definitely
watching.
did.
So Sandy's probably telling the players, and she got the right one. Marina Mabry is salty as hell anyway. So she's like, I got you, coach. And she's going to pull it out. I'm just saying. So God bless Marina Mabry. In the standings, Atlanta is now top of the heap, 4-1. Indiana's 4-2. And then we have Golden State, Vegas, Minnesota, also 4-2. Listen, we call it Indiana and whatever issues we think they had, they're 4-2, 3 in a row. Do you think we made a bigger deal of those issues, or are they kind of just playing through whatever problems they might have?
No, I think they're playing through it. They're playing through it.
you haven't tried. You're like, no, they sound like each other. They don't like her.
100%. This is not the Aces. They Aces where they love each other. Indiana, they're working, but they don't like each other, and I'm okay with that.
You want that? You want that?
I want that. Yeah,
that edge. Bruce thinks that Stewie lost a step or two. Are we seeing that? Because I think early in the season, I think she forced a lot because they're missing so many players. I do kind of see not a step. I don't say 2 steps. I do think she's forcing a lot of shots.
Half a step, maybe half a step. I think. I mean, she looks great at Unrivaled not too long ago, so I'm not gonna say she completely fell off since then. So I would say maybe it was too much on the workload on her to carry in the beginning of the season.
And the best story in WNBA by far, Connecticut Sun, 1-7. The sunset seats in Connecticut. They got to win, then proceed to lose 2 in a row. Could they set the record for most losses in WNBA? Because I am starting to.
I think so.
I'm rooting for this. I don't know what. I feel bad for Connecticut, but I kind of don't too at the same time.
I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel bad.
I want the
worst.
Worst part of driving to Boston.
I want the worst record. Let the sun set in Connecticut and a comet rise at Houston.
I will say Connecticut is the worst part of driving to Boston because Connecticut just never stops. It never ends. You just drive and like, are we still in Connecticut? And you start passing like arenas and shit.
I do like passing by WWE headquarters and the Bridgestone Arena. I like passing by those 2 things.
You talking about
Bridgestone?
Is it
Bridgestone?
No, it's Webster Bank.
I think it's Webster Bank.
Webster Bank, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that not Hartford? Is that Hartford?
Not Hartford. It's
Bridgeport.
Yeah, Bridgeport. Yes.
Bridgeport. Yeah, Bridgeport.
Yes.
Well, are you talking about the old headquarters WWE, or are you talking about the new one with the big belt in front?
Well, I haven't got a good angle of the new one. I mean, I've seen the new building, but I haven't seen the belt yet. But for some reason, you still see the old one when you pass. So the new one's before the old one now.
Yeah, the new one, I drove past it going to where was I going? Mystic, the aquarium in Mystic.
Okay.
So I passed the new one. It's gaudy as hell. I'm like, did they really need all this?
It's
huge. Did they really need this? I don't know. I'm just saying. So for context, the most losses in a single season in WNBA history is 31, shared by the 2011 Tulsa Shock, previously Detroit Shock, the 2022 Indiana Fever, and the 2023 Phoenix Mercury.
You already at 7?
They're at 7 already.
And we didn't even hit June yet. Let's get it. Let's put the over on that.
I'll do that FanDuel later. Just do that shit because I find it's easy. That's easy money right there. 31
money right there.
Done. There was another story that I saw, and the NCAA wants to input age limits. And I want to bring the story up because I forgot exactly what it said, but it had something to do with what President Trump put in, his bullshit executive orders that no one cares about.
Boy.
Essentially saying, hold on, nope, that's the wrong story. Also about enforcement because who cares? Division I cabinet discussed possible implementation of an age-based eligibility model. Should it be approved, and signaled it would consider voting on it at the month. NCAA said that athletes whose fourth year of college eligibility was completed by spring of 2026 would not be given any more eligibility under the new model. It would also give flexibility currently enrolled athletes with eligibility after 25-26. So essentially, they're trying to say by the end of spring 2026, you're not getting that 6th or 7th or 8th or 9th year. You're done. Go home, get a job, and start being an adult. Is this their way to kind of circumvent maybe those guys taking advantage of like those COVID years and then tearing up their knees every other year? And those guys who keep leaving and then coming back, going to G League, coming back. Is this their way to kind of circumvent that issue?
Oh, 100%. They want to this is their way of trying to put a cap on NIL, but they can't. So we'll do it this way where we'll be like, hey, you're sticking around a little too long. You're not a super senior anymore. You need to get out, like you said, get in the workforce. I think that's just our way of trying to recoup some of that money and trying to recoup some control here.
I mean, and players are smart too. They realize the longer we stay in college, we can make a lot of money too. Because the money is now like, hey, we can stay here and make like $1 million if we're in the right school, in the right market, right conference. Especially if you're in the right market, right conference. You're not a one and done guy, but you're on the cusp. Like I'm pretty sure Boozer's brother, the smaller one, if he stayed another year, he could make so much more money and wherever at Duke or wherever than to come out and be a second rounder and then NBA. It's just annoying that the NCAA is just trying to like reactively fix things when these should have been fixed. They always got to be this way because they just can't let things go. They always feel like they need to do something to gain back control. To the Republican Party. Yeah, well, that's who signed the executive order. They're all at the White House. It's like, President Trump is great for college sports. He's like, I don't know who you are. He got Signetti's wrong. He talked about Kirk Signelli had sitting behind him. I'm like, okay, you don't know shit. Coach of the year, actually, NBA Coach of the year was announced tonight. Was it a few minutes ago, actually? Joe Mazzulla, Boston, wins Coach of the Year. Years after calling the award stupid. So, congratulations to Joe Mazzulla, who is he weird on purpose? Is it like is it a bit, or is he just a weird fucking guy? He reminds me of a more antisocial Spoelstra. Like hear him speak, I'm like, the fuck did he just say? What is he talking about? He won coach of the year, but the whole Tatum thing really messed up their season. Even though I think that they would have caught some of this Knicks ass whooping action too. Oh my God, definitely. So Mazzulla wins, second JB Bickerstaff, third Mitch Johnson, San Antonio, who I think should be a lot higher. He only got 9 first place votes. I think he should get a lot more for it in San Antonio this year. Charles Lee in Charlotte, he's 4th. I think he should have got more first place votes because Charlotte was dead in like February and made it back. No Mike Brown here on this list. I mean, he inherited an Eastern Conference finalist team, so. But you know who is on here? Tiago Splitter of Portland, who, as you should, whose team was looking for a head coach replacement. Has he coached the team? Hey, listen, he weathered the Chauncey storm, got them in the play-in. He did his job. I'm sure he might get a look. I hope he gets a look somewhere else. Well, the whole Portland situation is weird anyway because you have this new owner who's firing people. Who's firing everybody. He fired Tina Thompson, who was like the head scout. WNBA legend. Comment, what's up? Fired everybody, cutting costs everywhere. He ran Carolina because he's the owner of the Carolina Hurricanes. And apparently he runs that team like a goddamn Catholic school with no money. Doing the same thing with the NBA team. He's saying, I just want to win. But meanwhile, you're cutting corners. You're not allowing two-way players to make trips to playoff games.
Mm-hmm.
You're making staff check out of hotels early to not get charged another day. You didn't give any fans T-shirts during the playoffs like every other team does.
Wow, is that cheap?
He's that cheap. Are we looking at a point where Portland's like going to level of like a Dolan or no, Dolan spend money though. Maybe
shout out to Dolan real quick. He didn't get on the podium. He wasn't all up in the video. He was in the back chilling. No one saw him. He's really being hands off. I like that.
Listen, he said in January this was a championship team, and people thought he was crazy for saying it because it's James Dolan, and everybody thought he was high from playing his last JD in a straight shot gig. Shout out to him. Even shout out to the front office. I hate the fact that Leon Rose does not speak, but damn,
he didn't even go on the podium. Like I've never seen anything like this.
I can't talk shit about him now because I'm like, where the fuck where's the wizard? Where's the wizard at? I don't know where the wizard is, and I'm like, I can't even talk shit about him now because he got them this far.
Yep.
So good on him. Yeah, I think Portland's going the way of Donald Sterling and the Clippers back in the day, just cutting corners.
It looks that way.
Hopefully, without the racist.
I mean, we needed a new Clippers anyway. I mean, the Clippers are kind of new ownership, high tech, new arena. They're not the Clippers of old anymore. So we need a new villain. We need a new cheapskate.
High tech, new arena.
Getting around
the salary cap, shit like that. Same shit, like old school. So real quick, because I'm gonna make this a quick show because I want to watch this game because I'm very curious about how OKC comes out. Because they don't come out firing. Mm-hmm. Did you watch AEW?
I only saw clips. I regretted not watching
it. Oh, come on, no!
I regretted not watching the whole thing. I do. You know what? I can still buy the pay-per-view, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that because it looks very, very entertaining.
First of all, I have my boys here. It was me and three of my boys here in nice. in the office basement.
Nice.
My boys. One boy never saw AEW before. My other two kind of watched on and off a little bit, and I'm like the super fan. First of all, they saw Megan Bain, and my boy's like, "Who the hell's that?" It's Megan Bain. First match was the Edge and Christian match, and they're like, "Damn, they still wrestle it?" And they just watched the match. They were into it. Like my boys were really into it. They left. Two of my boys left before the main event. My best friend stayed. That might have been the best AEW pay-per-view they've ever put on.
A lot of people saying that. A lot of people are saying that.
Top to bottom, I still don't like that they end at 12:30 in the morning. That's my biggest issue with this company because I'm exhausted by those shows are over. But top to bottom, that might have been their best pay-per-view they've ever put on. There wasn't like any dead spots. It wasn't anything crazy, anything stupid. It all just made sense. So I think this was probably the best thing they ever did.
I keep hearing. It was a really good show. I was shocked to see Mick Foley over there.
Listen, I saw a nut shot. I'm like, hopefully that's it. Don't wrestle a match. Don't wrestle nobody. Take a couple nut shots. Don't be GM. We don't need the authority figure bit. I think we're past that in pro wrestling. We don't need that. Mm-hmm. But there was not one part of the show, even the Stadium Stampede pissed me off, but I knew why it pissed me off because it wasn't as crazy as like anarchy in the arena because New York State said you can't brawl in the crowd, you can't do blood.
Right.
So that pissed me off. I'm like, damn it, that's why it was missing something. I'm like, they weren't brawling in the crowd. There was no blood. The whole match, right. The Edge and Christian match should have had blood. They couldn't do blood in New York State, so they couldn't do any of that shit. Besides that, and that wasn't even their fault, I enjoyed every second of that show. And I recorded it just to have it.
Oh, wow. Nice. Oh, wow. Okay.
It's 4 hours of my DVR that I can't get back right now.
But I didn't know about that blood rule. Wow. I did not know about that.
Yeah, I didn't know about it because I'm wondering, like, there's some barbed wire in the first match, and then obviously backstage, the Stadium Stampede, and then Darby wasn't really bleeding. And I'm like, why is Darby not bleeding? I was like, oh shit, that makes sense. And then usually like their hardcore match, they brawl into the crowd and everyone spreads out and let them happen. And they specifically stayed out of the crowd for Stadium Stampede. Everything was done backstage. I'm like, that's weird. And then the next day,
also because it was a tennis court too, because like those seats are like so like intertwined, where it's not like a regular stadium where you could move around freely. Yeah.
But it was really good. Bruce's update was actually Kelsey Plum sprained her ankle. She's going to miss a week for LA. So that's going to be a blow for LA. I'm still trying to figure LA out. The Sparks are one of those teams that still, we talk about it every year. Either you're going all in or you're not. And I feel like they're scared.
They're in the middle of the
that half pregnant, like we want to go to playoffs, but we still got to think about the future too.
Right.
So you have a Kelsey Plum, this experienced veteran, and you have Cameron Brink, who's like kind of on the upturn, kind of, because I don't think she had a great beginning to the season. I'm sure I don't know what they're doing in LA. And they fired everybody again. So that's happening. Well,
there you go.
Jay, as always, great show.
Likewise.
So we'll be back on Sunday to preview the NBA Finals. Because by Sunday, we will know what the NBA Final matchup is, so we can preview that. Hopefully, it's a matchup we want. And hopefully, some guys are beat up and miss a few games. Make it a little easy for us. So we'll be back on Sunday. Bruce will be back on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Armchair. And remember, we're going to be here every NBA Finals game, post-game, to talk about it. Hopefully, we talk about championship. And I'm going to buy a bottle of champagne and just keep it in my bar.
I think I'm going to do the same.
And just be ready for it. Just be ready for it. So we'll be here for you every single game of the NBA Finals, starting on Wednesday with Game 1. Whenever the games end, so the game starts at 8:30, so I'm probably assuming 11:30, quarter to 12 start for us. So we're going to be up late. So we're sacrificing our sleep for y'all. So remember that shit.
Let's get it.
So for Jason, I'm Kahlil. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on Sunday for the box out.
Peace.
This has been The Box Out with Kahlil Thomas and Jason Kortner. Subscribe now for the best tri-state area basketball talk.